Welcome to the Battle of the Integers. In this vodcast, we'll be exploring the signs of sums. Are they positive, negative, or zero? First, we will need to meet our two armies which will be doing battle. On the one side, we have the positive purple army. This army represents all numbers greater than 0. On the other, the negative neon green army. This army represents all numbers less than 0. Before our battle starts, we need to know the number 1 rule of war. All numbers fight fair. This means that each individual army unit will only fight one army unit on the other side. So once a positive army has fought a negative army, they both eliminate each other and cannot keep fighting. Whoever is left standing when the dust settles will win that battle. In our first battle, we have positive 1 plus negative 1. This means that we have one positive army on the left and one negative army on the right. Following the number 1 rule of war, the two armies pair up to fight. Both are eliminated. When we clear away the remnants of battle, we see that neither side has any armies left. This means that we have a stalemate, and neither the positives nor the negatives won this battle. In our second battle, we have negative 2 plus positive 2. This means that we have two negative armies on the left and two positive armies on the right. Following the number 1 rule of war, the armies pair up to fight. All are eliminated. Again, when we clear away the remnants of battle, neither side has any armies left, and neither side won this battle. This brings us to big idea number 1. The sum of a number and its opposite is 0. When both sides have the same number of armies, neither side wins. This battle looks like it's going to be different. Let's see what happens with positive 3 plus positive 4. We have 3 positive armies on the left and 4 positive armies on the right. Since they are all positive armies, they're on the same side of the war. This means that they have no one to battle, so the positive armies win. Here, we have negative 2 plus negative 1. 2 negative armies on the left, 1 negative army on the right. But they're all negative. They don't want to fight their friends. Since they have no one to fight, this time the negative armies win. This brings us to big idea number 2. When you add two numbers with the same sign, they're on the same team, so they automatically win. When we add two positive numbers, the sum is positive because there are only positive armies on the battlefield. When we add two negative numbers, the sum is negative because there are only negative armies on the battlefield. So what happens here, where both sides are present, but one side has more armies than the other? Let's look at positive 5 plus negative 7. We have 5 positive armies on the left and 7 negative armies on the right. Following the number 1 rule of war, they pair up evenly and do battle. But 2 negative armies had no one to fight, and they definitely aren't going to fight each other. This means that the 2 remaining negative armies survive, and the negative side wins this battle. In this one, we have negative 2 plus positive 6, with 2 negative armies on the left and 6 positive armies on the right. Again, they pair up with their opponent and do battle. This time, 4 positive armies had no one to fight, so they survive. So, because we had more positive armies than negative armies in this battle, the positive armies win. Thus, we have our last big idea. When you add two numbers with different signs, the side with more armies wins. When we added positive 5 plus negative 7, there were more negative armies, so the negative side won. When we added negative 2 plus positive 6, there were more positive armies, so the positive side won. Let's do a check for understanding. I will show you an addition problem, and you decide whether the positive or negative armies will win, or if there will be a stalemate with a sum of 0. Our first problem, positive 7 plus negative 2. There are 7 positive armies and 2 negative armies. So when they pair up, we can see that there are 5 positive armies with no one to fight. So the positive side wins. Thus, the sum of positive 7 and negative 2 is positive. This used big idea number 3. When you add two numbers with different signs, the side with more armies wins. Let's try another. Negative 4 plus negative 1. There are 4 negative armies on the left and 1 negative army on the right. Since we have only negative armies, the negative side wins. This used big idea number 2. When you add two numbers with the same sign, they're on the same side. Let's try just one more. Negative 100 plus positive 100. Even though the numbers are big, we know that there will be the same number of armies on both sides. This means that we have a stalemate and a sum of 0. This used our first big idea. The sum of a number and its opposite is 0. This brings the battle of the integers to a close. Let's review our big ideas. Number 1, the sum of a number and its opposite is 0. Number 2, when you add two numbers with the same sign, they're on the same team. Number 3, when you add two numbers with different signs, the side with more armies wins. This has been the Battle of the Integers. Thanks for watching.